Welcome to Vegan Finds. Uh, Tonight's dinner is going to be Italian hot dogs, where we take these and turn them into this. To this, the Italian hot dog, a New Jersey classic that can't be beat. You got a hot dog, you got fried potatoes, you got onions and peppers slathered in some mustard. You're good to go in a pizza pocket. Not a pita pocket, a pizza pocket. Okay, so in order to turn these into our Italian hot dogs, we first need to make a marinade, which I'm going to cook the carrots in, as well as letting them sit overnight. So we got to start by making a marinade. Okay, so in my dish, I'm adding a quarter cup of tamari plus a quarter cup of water, right here. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This is the second tablespoon. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Here's one. Number 2. Tablespoon of sesame oil. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Two teaspoons of liquid smoke. Liquid smoke. Never used this one before, but we're going to test it out, see how it works.
I don't know.
Teaspoon of granulated garlic. Some fresh ground pepper. We're adding a half a teaspoon of onion powder. Give this a little mix. And this is our marinade / cooking liquid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my carrots to this. Look at that, they just fit. And I'm going to cook these in the microwave for, I'm going to do 3 minutes, turn them over, and do another 3 minutes. Okay, so I had these in the microwave for 8 minutes. I did 3 minutes, rolled them over, did another 3 minutes, and then just an additional 2 minutes. So I'm going to put these in our bag for marination overnight. And then once tomorrow comes, we'll take them out of our bag here and start the final cooking process. So I will be back, show you the rest of the stuff later. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar with an Italian hot dog, it is served in a pizza pocket. That means it's basically kind of like a pita, only made out of pizza dough. And we are using the wholesome Gluten Free Pizza Dough. That it's also vegan, so that's a doubly good bonus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dough, I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to roll out 2 round pieces. That'll be enough to make 4 pizza pockets, and we only need 2, so we're going to have some extras. And so if we have some extra hot dog left over, we will use that for leftovers, of course, or something else for that matter. But I'm going to show you how to do this, and it's pretty easy. All it is cutting the dough in half and rolling it out, keeping it fairly thick but round. Okay, so I've taken the pizza dough that I had and I cut it in half, and now I'm just going to I flattened it out from a ball stage, and now I'm just going to gently roll this out because I want to keep as much thickness as possible, because I don't know how much the dough is going to actually rise when we bake this. My wife has given me kind of a guide to use as far as size goes, because what we're going to do is once this is baked, we're going to cut it in half right down the middle, and hopefully be able to generate a pocket into that baked pizza dough. So we shall see what we shall see. This is the first time we're doing this like this. Later on in the week, I will be making some pizza dough from gluten-free pizza dough from scratch. Just waiting for the special flour to arrive. We got some Italian gluten-free flour, which I've used before very successfully. So this is the guide that my wife has given me as a base, and you can see it's not quite large enough yet, but we're going to roll it out just a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to quite get that plate size, but it should be large enough to hold the hot dogs for sure. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to work on the next one, and then we're going to crank up our oven, turn it up as high as it'll go, which is about 500 degrees, and let the pizza stone heat up for at least 10 or 15 minutes. So when we place these on there, it will start to cook immediately and develop a nice crust to it. So that way we're not left with an uncooked middle, which can often happen with gluten-free doughs. They just, it's not like working with regular dough. You kind of have to play it by ear sometimes, and you learn. You live and you learn. So I'll be back once these are ready to go into the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out of the oven. Okay, so one of the key components to our Italian hot dog is fried potatoes, and what I'm doing is I'm taking a canned white potatoes that have already been sliced and peeled, and I'm draining them, patting them dry, and then throwing them into a deep fryer until they're nice and crispy. This is going to be a major component to our dish, so just wanted to show you. No need to slice and dice potatoes, just get a can and fry them up. It'll be a lot easier and a lot faster. So in my pan I've got one yellow onion. It was a large one. Sauteing with some olive oil. I'm going to add the red peppers next, because these take the longest to cook. Okay, so I've added the red peppers. We're going to let that cook down a little bit before we add the potatoes and the hot dogs. So when you're cooking this, you want the peppers to be really super soft. You may actually want to start the peppers first. I made the mistake of starting the onions first, and the onions are cooking way faster than the peppers are. So my onions are probably going to be a lot browner than they should, but in any event, you want these soft, and then you're going to add the fried potatoes and the carrots. I just want to show you, this is what the carrot looks like after it's been marinated. It's taken on a nice hot dog-esque color. So, once the carrots are ready to be put in and the potatoes, I will do that, and then we'll show you how we finish this sandwich off. Okay, so I've added the potatoes into our mix. Gonna let those heat through, and then I'm gonna add the carrots in. I think this is almost ready. Well, about as ready as it's gonna be. So we'll be adding the carrots in shortly, and then we can show you how to finish off this dish. Okay, so I've added my carrots to the pan. We're going to heat these through. The carrots have been obviously pre-cooked in the microwave, but they definitely need to be heated after being in the fridge for 24 hours marinating. So I also cut these in half because our pizza pockets are not quite as large as what you would find in a store, a restaurant that serves these. So I cut them down to fit our gluten-free pocket that we actually bake. So we're going to let these cook. I'm going to plate them up, and then we'll show you the finished product. So stick around for the final outcome. The final countdown. So there you have it, the final product, our Italian hot dogs. Oops, one's trying to get out. So this is the start of regional week. We're obviously starting in our home state of New Jersey. You got your Italian hot dog. If you
with lobster night was the start.
I've been corrected by my genius wife that lobster night was the first night, our lobster roll, where we ventured into New England. But I'm going to show this video first, so just to mess everything up. No, I won't. Anyway, if you like these videos, please click subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and give us a thumbs up. We'll be back with more recipes, I promise. For some of you, that may be a curse more than a blessing, but enjoy, be safe, and sayonara.